I could have blocked up 2,500 acres in pretty much one chunk. I mean, that's how much of that changed hands in the 18 years that we lived there.
Wow. We sat down with Bill Winke and talked about why he sold his dream farm in southern Iowa and why it took him so long to find a new farm. This is just the first of many highlights from the Exodus and Land podcast with Bill Winke. So hope you guys enjoy this. Let's get right into it. Here we go. You did buy that other farm, so share what you're willing or wanting to share on that. I know the market has changed drastically in the last 2 years, and I assume it seemed like you weren't shopping there for a while, or did it just take that long to find something that finally checked off the boxes?
It took that long. It took that long to find something for sale.
Sure.
Let alone the boxes. It's because I was wanting to buy near my mom and dad, near my folks, where I grew up, and we really didn't have to sell the farm that we had down in southern Iowa. Financially, I think we could have swung, everything we wanted to do, moving where we're at now and getting closer to the parents and so forth, or getting, we wouldn't have had to sell it. But I knew that if I had kept that farm, all my spare time would have been going in that direction, which is about 2 hours south of where we live now. And it didn't make any sense to go 2 hours that direction when I could go 2 hours the other direction and see my mom and dad all the time. Mm-hmm. And they're getting some age, and I would have missed something, I think, if I would have just said, I'm going to keep this farm and keep going south. So that's kind of what forced that decision, let's say, or at least motivated that decision. And so I was never out of I was always looking, but I was out of the market at the wrong time. Because during that time I sold, now cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like looking back on it, I was like, oh man, I left a lot of money on the table.
That was one of the questions I had was, do you regret selling it? Because no one can predict the future, and I don't think anyone would have predicted this.
No, and I don't know if I regret it or not. I've seen my parents a lot. Like my dad said one time, it made me feel bad. He said, I've seen you more in the last 2 months than I've seen you in the last 10 years. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sit good.
Yeah.
So I think from that standpoint, it needed to be done. I wish that I just stayed in the market,
mm-hmm.
because when I was out, recreational land took like a 30+% jump, so what I sold bought me 30 whatever percent less, so we'll see if that move to commercial real estate, using that to fund, the recreational land, that might still work, because you can still get commercial real estate where your rate of return is, the high single digits, low double digits,
mm-hmm.
9, 10, 11% return, if you're
including cash flow.
Yeah. So, that's your net,
mm-hmm.
So you're never going to come close to that with any kind of farmland investment, so assuming that works, then I should have enough, income coming in to buy, some nice stuff, eventually up where mom and dad are at. But it's more about just something being for sale. Nothing was on the market, and I knew a lot of people, fourth generation on both sides of my family. So I called a lot of people, knocked on a lot of doors, and everybody was, no, we're not really, maybe someday,
mm-hmm.
and so it wasn't an easy process of trying to buy. A couple times I thought I had something bought, and then it would, fall through. So yeah, that was really what motivated the piece that I ended up buying. And it's nice. I like it, but it wasn't like, oh, this is a great whitetail neighborhood. This has got this and this and this.
Yeah.
It's like, this is for sale. That was the box that it checked.
Yeah.
For sale.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it's that's been tough. And I think all over the country it's probably like that a little bit, but in the area where I'm trying to buy, it's even worse.
Sure.
It's not an area where very many people sell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting how different parts of the country you can look at the land sales bulletin and look at that county. Like there was only 5 transactions the entire year, and then you go to a different part and there was 40 or 50.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how different pockets does change more hands.
Yeah, and even down there where I sold, if I'd have stayed really aggressive there and had enough money to work with, I could have blocked up 2,500 acres in pretty much one chunk. That's how much of that changed hands in the 18 years that we lived there.
Wow.
Yeah, I could have, it wouldn't have been 100% contiguous, but very close.
Yeah.
It would have been like 5 miles long, but,
that would have been
crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a lot of, I figured it was going to be like that everywhere, because I got conditioned to the land changing hands.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like that in the place where I was trying to buy, so I kind of got caught by surprise.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Jake Hofer. I'm a real estate broker out of the state of Illinois and co-owner of Exodus. We drop videos like this every single week. We have some more conversations with Bill and so many other great folks that are experts and have experience in buying and selling land. So if you want to learn more about that, this is the right channel for you. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have new podcasts every single Monday. Until next time, see ya.